Not surprisingly, the auto company known for its handling and reliability also has the best gas mileage. Honda, the most fuel-efficient auto company in America.
Hello and welcome to Tech 101. I'm Senior Technology Writer Eric Hesseldahl here at BusinessWeek.com. This is our weekly technology podcast where we answer your emails about technology. So send us your questions. Whatever's perplexing you, whatever's bugging you this week about technology, ask us about it and we'll do our best to answer it in plain English. The email address is tech101@businessweek.com, so send them along and we'll do our best. Our question this week comes from Mel in Reno, Nevada, and he's got a couple of iPods, so let's get into his question. I now have two iPods, one I use at work and the other at home. I only want to use one iTunes library. How do I do that? Well, Mel, here's a simple rule of thumb that you can remember about the iPod. Every iPod needs a home. Not two homes, not three homes, just one. One computer that you connect it to on a regular basis, and that's where it gets its music from. Now, here's this more flexible version of that rule for computers. Computers can connect to as many iPods as you want. You can have 2 or 10 or 20 connecting on a regular basis to any single computer. So you can share a single playlist with multiple people that you live with, whether they're in your family or at your office or what have you. But one iPod, one place that it calls home. Now, having said that, the rules about bringing a second or third or fourth or fifth computer into the mix are beginning to evolve, mainly around content that you buy from iTunes Store, whether that's music videos, movies, or TV shows. It used to be that with an iPod, if you connected it to a computer that it had never been connected to before, you'd have to erase all the content on it and start like new. That's changing. If you have a lot of purchased content, music, movies, what have you, and you connect it to another computer that you have authorized with your iTunes account, you can now use a feature called reverse transfer. And what reverse transfer does is it takes that purchased content and moves it onto that authorized Mac or PC. Now, under the Fair Play rules, which is the digital rights management scheme that Apple uses with the iTunes Store, you can have up to 5 computers that are authorized to play your purchased music, your purchased TV shows, movies, and so forth. So the rules are getting a little bit more flexible in some ways, and in other ways they're not so flexible. So let me show you how reverse syncing works. Now, you need to have your computer connected to the internet for all this to work, and you also have to have your iTunes account on the computer you want to move the music to authorized. So I'll show you the authorization process first. And you can see it's accessing the iTunes Store and setting up the authorization. Machine authorization was successful. So now I'll go OK. Now I'll take this iPod Nano, which has never been connected to this computer before, and we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to skip the update for now. And you can see it's asking me, iPod Nano 2 is synced with another iTunes library, but it's asking if I would like to transfer my purchases. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's do it. And it's looking for purchases on the Nano. And you can see up here, it's updating the iPod. And we're done. This reverse syncing process only works for stuff that comes from iTunes. If you have a collection of MP3